Hey everyone, so the acting Secret Service Director is explaining what went wrong with the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Y'all check it out.
Senator Klobuchar.
Thank you very much. Thank you to all of you for holding this hearing. I appreciated Director Rowe when we had the classified briefing, and also today, taking responsibility for the agency and your own personal emotion and reaction to your visit and what had gone wrong. For the people in my state that keep asking me, I just don't get how he got on the roof. I know we've gone through great details and a lot of examination. Could you just give a minute on what went wrong and how you think it can be fixed? Because I think it's just going to help to dispel the conspiracy theories. There are some people that think it didn't really happen, which of course is completely ridiculous. It did. There are some people that think all kinds of conspiracies went on within the government, which is also false. But could you just tell them what went wrong so they understand?
Please tell us.
No, thank you, Senator. I thought long and hard about this. I think this was a failure of imagination, a failure to imagine that we actually do live in a very dangerous world where people do actually want to do harm to our protectees. I think it was a failure to challenge our own assumptions. The assumptions that we know our partners are going to do everything they can, and they do this every day. But we didn't challenge our own assumptions of, we assume that someone's going to cover that. We assume that there's going to be uniformed presence. We didn't challenge that internally during that advance. So moving forward, I've directed that when we're talking to people and we're making requests, we are very specific about what we want. We are providing explicit instructions on exactly what our expectation is and what we need them to do and what we want them to do. That's the only way that we're going to be able to move forward beyond this. And let me just tell you that our state and local law enforcement partners are the best. So this belief that somehow they are less than federal law enforcement or they're less than the Secret Service. They're out there patrolling communities every day.
Secret Service
They're the ones out there
best,
going into hazardous conditions every day. They know their communities. They have the ability to enforce state and local laws. Our advance...
Is he deferring blame here? Like in a super positive way? By saying, you know, like the local law enforcement are awesome and amazing. It's not all on us. I don't know. Let's just keep listening.
Agents do not.
Right.
We need them, and we need them to be partners with us. And I think we need to be very clear to them, and that may have contributed to this situation.
Yeah.
No
appreciate that. I have the same respect. Next, one of the things you mentioned to me was, and to all of us, was in this other briefing, was just the texting protocol. And I think a lot of us think about this in non-security settings, about how people are just texting all the time instead of talking, and how it takes our eyes off, in your case, the target. Could you talk about what might have gone wrong there and how you think things could change when there's the hope is that their eyes are constantly on the scene and on the potential targets and risks?
Thank you, Senator. So again, we need people focused on the problem or on their area of responsibility. It was great that there was a text chain, but that communication needs to go over the net. It needs to go over a radio channel so that everyone has situational awareness of it. The point I was making in the closed door briefing is that we have to get to a point now where we are using our radio systems to have that collective awareness of this. I think, one of the things that I've directed is that in addition to the interoperability, we're going to roll out common operating a common operating platform that we utilize for national special security events. We have the ability to roll that out to the field that has a Blue Force tracker in it that's able to, where you can put where all your state and local assets are, where our federal assets are. But in addition to that, I want people using the radio. So it's great that the tactical elements are talking to each other. It's great that the shift is talking to each other, but we have to be able to make sure that whenever we come across a situation, that everyone has situational awareness of this. And I will take this, in my time when I was operational in the president's detail, we were given the explicit instruction, hey, if you're going to pass it, if it's relevant enough that you feel like you need to pass that information, do it over the radio. And that was the protocol that we had. And I think over the years, perhaps with the advent of technology and smartphones, perhaps we've gotten away from that. But we need to get people back on the scope, back on mission, back focused on what they need to be responsible for.
Okay, and the next question I'll put in writing. Thank you very much of you, Mr. Abate, but it's just pointing out that we've seen this rise in threats against members of Congress, which of course is relevant to this. 8,000 just last year, more than 4 times over the past 7 years. I'll want to ask you in writing about the steps that the Justice Department is taking to prioritize these cases. I know there's been some changes made.
Yes, Senator, it's of our highest priority, and we're urgently working on it 24/7 every day.
Okay, guys. So I don't buy like the radio is going to fix it. I mean, sure, fine, use radio. That's not the problem. I think where I disagree, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, because obviously I have no experience with this, but where I disagree is that everyone doesn't need to be paying attention to what everyone is saying live in the moment. That's why you have a commander. That's why you have someone that's in charge in your local area for one of these major events. So that way the sniper is not focused on his phone looking at texts, but is able to talk to his commander in real time right there. Maybe you do have a channel. Maybe it is over a mic. Maybe it is over radio, right? But then the commander, the leader, the managers are the ones that are communicating with the larger team and keeping that communication going. If you have constant communication for everyone and everyone is hearing it, then the important things get lost in the details. The people that are on the front lines need to be focused on what they're doing. They don't need to be distracted by a bunch of noise. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents, guys. Let me know what you think about this. There we heard from the new acting director of the Secret Service. At least he's giving answers. He has ideas. Maybe not all of it's gold, but he's saying things, which is a huge upgrade from where we were before. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. All right, y'all take it easy. I'll catch you later in another video. Peace.